Before we move along, I have to tell you something else about the importance of the grammar. The problem is that you can't really talk about learning a language without tangling with the grammar problem, and it's important that we really get a firm idea of what we're going to encounter before we are sailing off into uncharted waters of a foreign language without a map and some explanations of all. For some reason, almost every European language, including French, German, Spanish, Italian, and even Arabic and Hebrew, there is a curious feature that to our way of thinking is hard to explain. Speakers of these languages starting way back in early history and somehow ended up categorizing every single noun in the language into a class of either masculine, feminine, or sometimes neutral. The gender of the word often affects the grammatical endings of other related words. And that's not all. When you use an adjective with words, you have to put a masculine or feminine ending on the adjective to agree with the noun. Even worse, some languages, as German or Russian for example, use all three categories, masculine, feminine, and neutral. So with each word you have to memorize its grammatical gender. So you can't guess from what the word means as to whatever it is masculine or feminine unless it is a word like a father or a mother or a boy or a girl, and even here there is no guarantee. And don't let all of this to discourage you. It may seem strange at first, but you'll get used to it pretty fast. The good news is that there are even rules in most of these languages which let you guess a good percentage of the time what that gender of word would be, depending on the letters that it ends in. The only way to overcome this problem is by memorization. Always learn the gender of each word as you learn the word. Perhaps you can put some note on your word card along with the noun.